Today's video is all about grab interaction. I'll show you how to set up a grab interactor and a grab interactable for one hand, two hand scaling, grab interaction constrained to a particular plane, grab interaction constrained to a particular axis, distance grabbing and touch grabbing. Now you can look at the timestamps below and jump to the section that you would like to implement. Don't worry, the sections are independent of each other. So let's jump right in. So here I have my Unity project open, which has been set up with the latest MetaXR all-in-one SDK version 65, and this project has been set up with all the player settings. You can also get this starter project from the GitHub link in the description below. Now you can set up your scene for grab interaction in a single click. Select Oculus, Tools, Building Blocks. Scroll all the way down till you find grab interaction and add this to your scene. This will create the camera rig block with the tracking space to track your headset, left hands and controllers, right hands and controllers. Then we have the interaction block, which has the hand interaction for left hand and right hand. So if we open this up, you can see that we have the hand interactors left with the hand grab interactor, which has all the components that you would need for you to be able to grab an object. Similarly, if we have a look at the controller interactions for left controller and right controller, here once again we have the grab interactors with all the components that you will need for you to be able to grab with a controller. Now this also adds a grab interactable cube, but let's go ahead and delete it so that I can show you how to add a grab interactable from scratch. So for that, let's create a cube, reset its position, scale it to 0.1 in all the direction, move it slightly up and forward. Then add a rigid body component. You can uncheck gravity and use ease kinematic for now. Next, create an empty game object and call it as grab interactable and add the grabbable component so that you can grab the cube. Here you need to reference the rigid body, so you can select the cube, drag and drop it over here. Now you need to decide if you want to use your hands or your controllers to grab the cube. If you want to use your hands, then you need to add the hand grab interactable component. And if you want to use your controllers, then you can go ahead and remove this, add the grab interactable component and reference the rigid body. Now if you want to use your hands and your controllers, then you can do that. Simply go ahead and add the hand grab interactable component back onto this game object. Now to sum it all up, to create an interactable object, you need a rigid body, you need the grabbable component, you need the grab interactable for controllers and hand grab interactable for hands. But imagine if you have 10 or 12 interactable objects, adding these components individually will take a lot of time. So there is a shortcut. Go ahead and delete the grab interactable. Right click on the cube, select Interaction SDK and click on Add Grab Interaction. Now this will open the grab wizard window wherein you can select the interactors to which you would like to add this to. If you want hands, controllers or both of them. You can select the grab types, whether you want pinch or palm or both once again. And here if you don't have a collider, it will generate one automatically. If you don't have a rigid body, then it will ask you to fix it. And all you need to do is click on create. Now this will create the ISDK hand grab interaction game object with the grabbable, hand grab interactable and the grab interactable components with all its parameters linked. Now if you want to grab an object using just one hand, then right click on your object, select Interaction SDK, add grab interaction. Here you can select whether you want to add the interaction only to your hands, controllers or both of them. You can select the grab type as pinch, palm or all. You can either choose to generate a collider or not to. Make sure that the cube has a transform and a rigid body. Click on create. Then scroll all the way down and add the component called grab free transformer. Select it and drag it all the way up inside the grabbable component optional and drop it inside the one grab transformer field. And now if you play your scene, you will be able to grab the cube using just one hand, and when you select it using the other, it gets transferred automatically. If you don't want that to happen, then you can go inside the grabbable component and uncheck transfer on second selection, and now you can grab it using one hand. However, if you try to grab using the other hand, it does not work. Only when you release it, you'll be able to grab it. Now, if you want to grab an object only when you use two hands, then right click on your object, click on Interaction SDK and add grab interaction. Here you can select whether you want to grab it using your hands, controllers or both. Select the grab type to be pinch, palm or all. You can choose to generate a collider or not to. Make sure it has a transform and a rigid body and click on create. And here scroll all the way down and add the grab free transformer component. Select this component, drag it all the way up inside the grabbable, optionals and drop it inside the toGrab transformer field. And here make sure to uncheck the transfer on second hand selection. And now when you press play, here you will see that you'll not be able to grab the object using just one hand. Only when you use both your hands is when you'll be able to interact with the cube. If you want to use one hand for grabbing and two hands for scaling the object, then right click on your object, select Interaction SDK, add grab interaction. Select if you want to use hands, controllers or both. Select if you want to use pinch, palm or both. Select if you want to generate a collider or not to, and make sure that you have a transform and rigid body component and click on create. Then scroll down and add the grab free transformer component. Select it and drag it all the way up inside the grabbable component optionals and drop it inside one grab transformer. Similarly, select it once again, drag it all the way up and drop it inside the toGrab transform. Then uncheck transfer on second selection and scroll down to the grab free transformer. Here we want to set the scale value. So if you want to be able to scale it, then we need to set the minimum and maximum scale. So here we have the constraints are relative. So it means that if the cube is 0.1 and the scale is going to be minimum 1 and max 2, it's going to be 0.1 times 2. So from 0.1 to 0.2 is what we will be able to scale. However, if you leave this unchecked, then it would mean that you can scale the cube only from 1 to 2. So as soon as you try to grab it, it's going to scale up. We don't want that to happen. So you need to check constraints are relative, and here we will add max as 2 to 2 for all. And now if you save your scene and press play, you will be able to grab the cube using one hand, and when you try to grab it using both the hands, you will be able to scale it up and down. If you want to grab an object but fix its movement in one particular plane, then right click on your object, select Interaction SDK, add grab interaction. Here make sure to select hands or controllers, select the support type as pinch, palm or both. You can choose to generate a collider or not to. Make sure you have a transform and rigid body component and click on create. Then scroll down and add the component grab free transformer. Select it, drag it all the way up inside the grabbable component optionals and drop it inside one grab transformer. And scroll down to the grab free transformer. Here you'll have to constrain the rotation in all the direction. Then you'll have to constrain the position in all the direction as well, but add the values for that direction that you'd like to move. So for example, I'd like to move -1 to 1 in the x-axis and -1 to 1 in the z-axis. So this means that I'm constraining it in the y-axis, but I'll be able to move it in x and z direction. Now before we test it, make sure to check the constraints are relative and then press play. And here you can see that you'll be able to grab the cube and move it in the xz plane, but if you try to move it up or down, you will not be able to, and that's because it's constrained in the y direction. If you want to grab an object and rotate it about an axis like a door, then create an empty game object and give it a name. Select your interactable object and drop it inside the game object that you just created. Then create another empty game object as a child of door and call it as hinge. Now the transform value and the axis of this hinge will be the point of rotation. So I'd like to add it somewhere at the bottom edge over here. So for that I can use vertex snapping. Press and hold the V on your keyboard, select the hinge point and select the vertex you'd like to add it to. Then select your interactable object, right click on it, select Interaction SDK, add grab interaction, select whether you want to interact using hands, controllers or both, select whether you want to use pinch, palm or both. You can choose to generate the collider or not to. Make sure it has a transform component and a rigid body component and click on create. Then scroll down and add the one grab rotate transformer component. Select it, drag it all the way up inside the grabbable optionals and drop it inside the one grab transformer field. Then go back to the one grab transformer component. Here you can choose the rotation axis up, and here in optionals you can give the pivot transform, which is going to be a hinge. So the hinge up is going to match the rotation axis that you choose, and here we can give the minimum and maximum angle. Now I'd like to open the door, so my minimum value is going to be -90 and the maximum value is going to be 90. If you want to pull it towards yourself, then you can set this as 0 and set this as 90. And now you can save your scene and press play. And you will be able to grab the object and rotate it about that axis. If you want to grab an object that's far away, then select your object, right click on it, select Interaction SDK and click on Add Drag Interaction. And from the distance grab wizard, you can select whether you want to interact using your hands, controllers or both of them. And you need to select the distance grab type. Here there are three types. The first one is grab relative to hand. So it means that if your object is far away, you can grab it, and once you move your hand, it's going to move in that plane itself with the given offset. The second option is pull interactable to hand. So when you use this, the distance object is going to snap to your hand, and now you will be able to move it or manipulate it as you like. And the third one is manipulate in place. So you can grab an object and you can manipulate it in that place itself, but not move beyond certain offset. So once you have decided the type of grab you need, you can select that. You can select the grab support as pinch palm or both of them. You can choose to generate the collider automatically, or you don't want it to get generated. Make sure it has a rigid body. And here you have an optional component called as timeout snap zone. So if you choose to add this, once you release the object, it's going to snap back into its position after a given amount of time. I really like this feature, so I'm going to click on fix all to add the snap interactable point, and then click on create. Since we had not added the distance hand grab interactors for our left and right hand and the distance grab interactors for our controllers, the wizard has added it automatically. Along with it, it has also added the SDK distance hand grab interaction component with all the components that it needs. And now you can save your scene and press play. You can point your hands towards the interactor and it will give you an indicator showing that the interactor is in focus. And now when you pinch your hand, you will be able to grab the object. And now once you leave the object, after a certain amount of time, it's going to snap back to its position like you saw over here. If you want to grab an object by touching its surface, then in the project window, search for OVR Touch Hand Grab Interactor. Open your camera rig, interactions, hand interactions. Now remember that this is applicable only for hand interactions. So open hand interactor left, right. Select this prefab and drag and drop it inside here like this. These prefabs need the synthetic hand. So for the left hand interactor, drag and drop the left hand synthetic. And for the right hand, drag and drop the right hand synthetic. Then create an empty game object, give it a name, and add a rigid body component. Uncheck gravity and use kinematic for now. Then add the grabbable component. Here make sure to check transfer on second hand selection and the rigid body is linked. Then add the touch hand grab interactable, and here we need to reference the pointable element, which is going to be the grabbable. We need to reference the collider and add colliders as well. So for that you can select your interactable object, drag and drop it in here, reset its position, and then create an empty game object as a child and call it as bounce. Select your interactable object and add a collider. Copy the collider, go inside bounce and add it over here. Now in my case it's a mesh collider, but in your case it could be a spherical or a box collider. But in any cases, the collider that's inside the bound needs to have the ease trigger checked. Then select the parent game object, scroll down, and let's add the bounce collider over here, and we need to add the colliders as well. So select mug and drag and drop it in here. Now if your interactable object has more colliders, then make sure to add all of them here. And that's it. Now you can save the scene and press play. And here you'll be able to grab the object just by touching its surface. If you have watched the whole video, then you might have noticed that for all the grab interactions apart for touch grab, your hands will pass through the virtual object. If you want to make it more realistic and immersive like the example scenes that Meta has given, for that you need to understand how to record grab poses and implement them. Luckily, I've made a video on that and I've linked it somewhere on this page. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.